Episode 166, we're back. Welcome to Steele Nazz, presented by Hedge Better. Got Magic Mike, Steele in the building, myself, Nazz, producer Justin in the seat tonight. What's going on, fellas?
Let's go.
Big one
Feeling
tonight.
great.
Got
Huge
a big
day.
one. We got a recurring guest. He said, give me 5 minutes, so we'll hear him later.
Oh.
Hank Lockwood joins the program. Pardon my take, producer, Barstool Sports. Scituate, Mass native. Probably say that again when he comes around in a second. But he was on the duckboats last week with Joe Mazzulla. I thought we'd have to catch up and see what he's been up to.
Yeah, big day.
Big day.
Best day of his life, he said.
He was at the Brady roast. I mean, he's trying to dunk this year. It seems like he's got a lot going. Like he's trying to go for it.
Yeah.
And
He's a busy man.
and that's not even being like a producer of the most successful probably sports podcast in the country.
I would say so.
Yeah. Afterwards, we got a lot of actually sports on the scene. Celtics re-signed Derek White and Jason Tatum the contracts. They might be selling the team. We'll get into that. The Bruins free agency signed Lindholm, signed a couple different guys. We'll also, then UFC 302, kind of a pretty barn burner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Pereira
Banging.
taking it to him again. Nice little kick drop.
Hell of a kick.
And then we'll have a couple 5 questions presented by Slide Edge Fitness, and that's so on and so forth. We got Hank Lockwood here, episode 166 from Pardon My Take. Let's let it rip. We got Pardon My Take producer Hank Lockwood on the show tonight. Recurring guest, actually. Ironic thing, I think the first time we recorded in this, not studio, but with Hedge Better, Hank was the first guest. So that was over 100 plus episodes ago, but we're back to the beginning, I guess.
Full circle.
Yeah.
3 years ago, we had you on, I believe. Lots changed in 3 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get into it.
I know. How's the transition been? You've been in Chicago, for over a year now? How's you're in New York every day. I'm sure Manhattan, could have been tough at times. How's Chicago?
I moved like a year ago,
Yep.
and I haven't thought about New York once. I really like Chicago a lot. It's like a bigger Boston, honestly. People are nicer. There's, really good food. Just a ton of fun stuff to do. It's a good sports town. Like, I feel like any comparable category, Chicago has New York beat. So it's like there hasn't been one time, because obviously I miss Boston and stuff. I miss my friends there. But there hasn't been one time in the past year where I've been like, I wish I was in Chicago, or I wish I was in New York for this,
Yeah, like people dedicate their lives to make it to New York. Like New York sucks.
I can't say that for more than one night.
New
It's
York's
brutal.
awful.
Takes my money every time.
It's the best place to visit for like a weekend because you can do whatever you want to do. It's the worst place to live.
Oh yeah,
I can imagine.
Jay Nazz used to live there, right in downtown. He would ask me every weekend and go, I'm like, I'm not going.
I think I'd die. I think I'd kill myself. If I'm being honest.
I would never live in New York. I wouldn't be able to handle it. I'd lose my mind.
The cigarette prices alone.
Yeah, no, those things on the street, dude, and fucking 10, 15
I
bucks.
can't survive that.
So probably one of the best days of your life last week on the parade flow with Joe Mazzulla and the Boston Celtics. How did that come to be?
So we had Joe on the podcast earlier in the season, like January, February timeframe, and he was really, really good. I think it showed a side of him that, obviously Celtics fans, I think people that, followed the team kind of knew about him, but our wide base of listeners, they didn't realize how funny, unintentionally or intentionally funny this guy was. And I think he got a lot of positive feedback from fans and stuff when he was out and about the podcast. And then we also in February had Derek White and Pritchard on in studio, and I told Derek White, I was like, if you guys win, I'll shave my head.
Oh yeah.
Derek White, not really because I wanted to, but Big Cat and PFT were basically goading me into it.
You gotta run with it.
Yeah,
I didn't want to shave my head at all, but I was like, all right, if they win a championship, who cares? But PFT also had lost a bet where he was supposed to get a perm in his hair in the fall. He never did it. So the precedent had been set where you don't have to pay up on the bet right away. So my thinking was I don't want to have a shaved head in the summer, so I'll just wait till banner night and shave my head in November and go to the banner night and pay up then. And we had Mazzulla on the podcast after they won, and they asked him, they're like, he said he's going to shave your head if they win. How long does he have? He's like, he's got to do it within 24 hours. And I was like, oh fuck.
Shit.
And then he was like,
that,
if you don't do it, you're basically going to curse our team next year. Like this is this season's thing. If you bring it into next season, that's just going to set us back. And so I knew as I'm listening, I'm like, all right, I have to do this now. So I did it the next day. And I think, him and his team appreciated that. And then that's kind of like how the invite happened. Cause he's like, all right, good stuff. I want to invite you on the boat. And I was just like, what? I still don't believe it.
If you didn't do it, like the weight on your shoulders would have been at an all-time high of being like, did I jinx this team? Like if someone goes down early next year and you didn't do it, I'd be like, man, it might be on
like
Hank.
every loss, yeah.
Well, yeah, if the head coach of the Celtics tells you have to do it, like you have to do it. You can't. I knew as you were saying, I was like, I have to do this. Now.
You have to do it.
You can fuck off, but like I have to do it.
You have to do it even if you don't know you're getting that invite on the boat. Like you have.
Right. I was already. Yeah, I was already like, because Dave, I had already gotten an invite, which was already like a crazy, thing where we were going to go on the DraftKings boat, which is the boat Dave was on. So I was like, this is insane. I'm going to the parade. I'm going to be on one of the duck boats. Like, this is going to be so sick. And then to have it upgraded like by 100 was just made it that much sweeter.
Was that your first duck boat you've been on?
Yeah, that was my first duck boat.
I don't know why I'm thinking you guys have been on.
I've been on as a kid.
No, I know, but for some reason I thought you were
the Patriots
I
or
thought
something.
you'd been on a parade boat
something.
by now. But that makes it even more fucking legendary. But yeah.
No, I hadn't made it on any of the other duck boats of championship teams that I've been on.
Fuck yeah.
Did you like
One down though, one down. More to come.
Did you like warn the Mazzulla family that you guys are probably gonna get like beers like tossed to you and like nips, or like how did that go? Like you see it every time
No,
that we
I
go
didn't
to
know.
yeah,
And like I thought Mazzulla, because like again, like he's an intense guy. I kind of thought going into it, I was like, he might not drink. Like it wouldn't surprise me. Like he's that intense of a guy, and like more power to him. So I didn't bring anything, and I showed up, and his wife was like, "You didn't bring any high noons? Like, where are the beers?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't want to be that person. Like, I didn't know." And they're like, "Oh no, like we're getting after it." And so like we were drinking tequila before the bus even took off, and then because we were the first boat, like we just had people. I don't think that was because of me. Like I've been to parades as a fan, and I've seen the parades, all the Patriots parades and stuff. Like people just throw beers at you. Like that had nothing to do with me, but
yeah.
Me and his brother were just the ones on the front lines, just taking everything and drinking everything. Like it got to a point where I probably had like, no joke, 10 McGillicuddy's nips in like the first 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And I realized how fucked up I was, and I was like, when you take one too many shots or nips and you kind of like throw up in your mouth a little bit. Like it gives you a little bit of reverb. I had one of those. I was like, all right, I gotta fucking chill. And I just grabbed a flag and was waving that because I was like, I can't. Like if my hands are active, like people are gonna pass me shit. And when they pass you, you want to just like chug it or like I started dumping beers back on people. But I was like, I'm gonna fucking black out in a second if I don't like stop myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
I
nips
love
can
that
get
as
you.
McGillicuddy's too. Like that's not really like obviously like that was all I drank growing up. And still do whenever I go home, but it's not like a thing out here. Like it's not a thing across the country. So the fact that it was just like McGillicuddy nip after McGillicuddy nip after McGillicuddy nip was just very.
They're the best.
Very
Yeah, fitting, exactly.
They're the best.
That's
No
just funny.
parade would be complete.
Yeah, that's just funny you say that. But like Pearson 08 said the same thing. He was drinking McGillicuddy nips, and then someone handed him a cigar, and then after he took like 2 puffs of the cigar, I guess he threw up like everywhere over the float. So McGillicuddy's will get you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not a big McGillicuddy's drinker either.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, at least I was built for it. I had some tolerance built up.
Yeah.
I'm taking a sleeve down in my day.
Yep. As everyone at this table has for sure. Yeah, we're all bred
100%.
for,
Yeah,
bred for a
100%.
duck boat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I agree. Yeah, you have to kind of stop it, or else you are blacked out by the end of that, and then who knows, you might fuck something up. You don't want to be that guy.
No, God.
Definitely not next to coach. But what was it? What was it like having that, sharing that moment with them? Like, do you feel like you're kind of like a part of the family? Like people are saying, I'm jokingly saying it, but do you kind of feel like you're in?
It really was though. Like the thing, like the boat was literally Joe, his wife, his his nanny, his assistant, his brother, or two of his brothers. One of them is 10 years younger. He's like closer to our age. He's a coach for the Jazz, and he was the fucking man. And like we were the ones like, because obviously Joe was like, at the front of the boat, but we were the ones on the sides, just like getting people pumped up, and like I said, just like drinking everything that got thrown at us. One of his best friends that he grew up with, and that was basically it. Like it was literally his inner circle and his team, and like they were all super cool, and we had such a fun time. And afterwards, he pulled them together because obviously it's like literally his family, and his kids were there too. And he's like, everyone on this boat, like, we all had something to do with this championship, like, except Hank. And like, I started dying laughing. I was like, yeah, no, that, yeah, 100%. But yeah, he was trying to get me to come back to his house after. We went to Cisco for like the after party. He's like, you sure you don't want to come back and crash? I'm like, no, dude, I'm staying in Boston. Like, I can fend for myself, but thank you. Like, he was just so generous and cool. Like, it's still. Honestly, the farther away I get from it, the crazier it is in my mind. Just like saying it back and thinking like Joe Mazzulla and me are like boys, like his whole family.
Yeah. That's like it is very insane.
I know. What a year for the Celtics.
Like that was for them that's an experience they're always going to share and talk about, and like I'm always just going to be like, oh yeah, and that random fucking kid.
That fucking.
Like, but I will say, if they win the ship again next year, you shaving that head, you do have now officially a part of that season and the dynasty, in my opinion. Like.
Solidified.
We gotta hope the Celtics don't stop here, and you're like, you might get your own banner. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, duckboat to yourself. Yeah,
stock's on the rise for you, Hank.
I compare it to what we did with the Free Jacks when they won. We were on their
a little bit much smaller scale.
Much smaller scale. Yeah, the rugby team that's out of Quincy. When they won, we went on their boat and went everywhere.
Oh, I know. What did you say? The Free Jets? I know them.
Yeah. So when they won their championship last year, they had like a bar crawl, and they invited us on their party bus or whatever, and every single place we went to, we were like the first two with like the trophies, just like showing it to people. Like they're like, you're not on the team. We're like, I don't know. And then even strangers were like, we had the rugby build, so we were like, yeah, we're on the team. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, their trophy was a giant shield. We were just like ripping beers off of it like it was a luge. It was fucking.
It was great stuff.
Rugby players could party.
That was a moment. It was a moment. Not as good as that one, but a pretty good moment.
Of course,
no, for sure. I gotta ask about this dunking thing. I remember the beginning of the year I was reading about it, so, like I heard you guys. But how's that like quest for dunking, Ben? Because I'm 5'8". I know it's never gonna happen for me. I know you're a lot taller than me, but like how's it going?
It's a grind.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it's. I'm training. Like I have like a guy that's training me like 1-on-1 4 days a week, and he's got a program that if I'm able to do it, it will be a lot because of him, but it's just fucking hard. But it's like one of those things where I still have till December, so it's like just kind of trying to put the work in, like not expect immediate results, and like I'm seeing progress and just hoping that I can kind of like, because it's not one of those things you can't do it overnight. You have to just try and like keep chipping away and just keep going as hard as you can when you can, and just hoping that the small progress and small gains that you get eventually is enough to do it. I'd say it's like probably less than 50% chance, but I'm going for it. It's not like a lack of effort. It's just like I might have oversold myself on this one.
Can you get rim without the ball? I think that's like the beginning. Okay, that's good.
I couldn't before, so I probably gained like 6 inches of vertical. I just need to gain another like 8. So it's like I'm showing improvements, but it's like, am I gonna have enough time to show total improvements?
What's the bet on this? Is there a bet on this, or is it just like
yeah, it's 20 grand if I do it.
Oh, wow.
10 from Big Cat, 10 from PFT, and 8 grand if I lose. So it's like,
oh wow. So it's like you
That's
do
a
have to
big
put some
swing.
money in.
$1,000 swing. So
Yeah.
it's like that's the thing. I actually, and I'm in good shape. I'm in probably as good shape as I've been in a long time, just because like every day when you think about like either losing 8K or winning 20, it's like it's enough to make you go hard. So it's like I'm putting in the time. But I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, well, good luck.
That's 4 days a week. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I hope you get that. That's going to be fucking awesome for dunking and the money. But I wanted to ask, what's it like? So you've got the new role. You're head of content now at Barstool? Is that your official role?
In Chicago, not overall Barstool. That's still the big dog.
Okay. How's
well, like more just with the Chicago office.
How's that feel to get that position? Like, I'm thinking back to when we talked to you 3 years ago. Was that something you were envisioning for yourself, like getting there? Did you even envision the Barstool Chicago office at that point? 3 years ago?
Yeah, we definitely knew the Chicago office we'd known for a while, and like that was kind of the. I guess I wasn't thinking like role wise, but I was super involved. I guess probably after 3 years ago, but like the last 2 years, I was super involved with just kind of like the designing of the office, the build out, like going on the tours to find the location and stuff. So it was like kind of just a natural thing, and our old head of production left, and it was something like Erica kind of asked me to do, and I was just like, sure. Like I didn't really, it wasn't something I was like trying or like striving to do, but it was one of those situations where basically I thought that if I didn't do it, I was gonna hate the person that did do it. So like I'd rather just do it. And with the way it worked out with Chicago, it's like basically it's Dan's. Dan runs the show, but he doesn't want to have to worry about all the like everyone else and all the little shit that comes with it. So it's like it's good for me to kind of do that. And like we're obviously together and talking all the time anyway. So it's like a pretty easy or it's like a pretty like natural kind of like role, I guess.
Do you feel like newly inspired by Chicago and everything going on there? That you guys have obviously been killing it. since you guys moved
I love
there.
Chicago.
Yeah,
it's great. Our office is great. It's been fun to kind of like see it come to life from beginning, middle, and end, like construction, and even just touring the place, finding it, watching it get built out, and then kind of watching how people like utilize it and like seeing how they're like, oh yeah, like this is what we had in mind when we like put this there or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's always, I've never really been like uninspired, I guess. Like it's like Barstool's always like, especially with the podcast, it's like there's always shit going on. It's always like it's a fun industry to be in, but it definitely gives you a little extra motivation just being here.
That just reminded me of the time Jersey Jerry hit the hole in one on the simulator. I just got brought back to that moment. That was fucking insane. Like I stayed up way later than I wanted to watching that. I was like, what in the fuck am I doing?
I think I was in the middle of like a meeting in the morning, and I'm like, holy shit, it just happened.
It was addicting.
You did it, yeah. That was great.
That's the kind of, I don't know, that was like a new part of Barstool that like I didn't see coming, but it was awesome.
Yeah,
like,
that was an all-time moment.
He's taken full advantage of that office for sure. He's had some moments.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got to ask about the month of June that was the Tom Brady roast, like kind of reliving that moment again. I mean, without the jail part, like how, like what was that like? You got to see Tom in person. Maybe that's happened, maybe that hasn't before. But how was the whole night in general?
No, I hadn't met him. Yeah, no, it was like I had a 2-week stretch of like just. Like I said, I felt like a Make-A-Wish kid because like all my like dreams were coming true, and like I was like I don't know what I did to be in any of these situations, but I hadn't met Brady, so like that's one. Obviously, like we get to meet a lot of celebrities and stuff, and I don't really like at this point get like butterflies or like it's just like what's up, they're normal people, but the people that I was fans of when I was a little kid, like those are still the ones like when I met Mark Wahlberg, like Ortiz, like Pedro and shit, like. People that I was a fan of when I was a little kid, like I still get a little bit like, like a little nervous. And so Brady, I was like, oh man, we're finally gonna meet him. This is unreal. Feidelberg saying shut up to him right off the bat was so funny. Like, I just couldn't stop smiling. Like I looked like a fucking idiot. I was just like,
thank you. Hi Tom.
Thank you. And then Dave, I knew like I had the game on my phone. Like I was watching the Celtics game on my phone at the table.
It's a pro. Yep.
And Dave tried to get it on his phone on YouTube TV, but because like the region or some shit like Florida, like he couldn't get it on, and instead of just like coming to our side of the table or like he just kind of like had one of those moments where he like was like I gotta go watch the game, like I gotta go watch the game, and just left. And like we had gotten told by like someone beforehand that like we're in the speech at some point, we didn't know like when. And so Dave's doing that. I'm like, Dave, like what? Like we have to stay. Like he's coming. It's like Belichick. He was like 2 away. Like it wasn't that far away. It was a long ceremony, but we're like, it's like we have to stay. Like we'll come meet you. And then when he shouted us out like to start the speech, like that was just crazy. Like I couldn't believe it when it was like basically the first words out of his mouth were like, we got 4 guys here that got arrested for me, and then it's just the 3 of us.
Very fitting of Dave
Yeah,
to leave.
Dave was trying to get
that's
us all to leave. Like Dave actually was like, "Are you coming? You're coming." I was like, "No." Like it was like kind of awkward. And I was like, "We can't. Like we have to stay." He's like, "I'm leaving."
You
And
made
if
the
we had
right
all
choice.
left, that would have been the worst
Oh.
visual of all time.
Oh, that would have put a little dent in the Brady 4 legacy.
that would have
I'll never
fucking-
meet him again.
Yeah, no, blew it if that happened. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
never again.
I mean, I heard Dave's spin zone on it. He's good at spin zoning his way out of things, but yeah, he should have been there. He should. I think you got to stay there for that moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, this obviously was a big Celtics game. He can say that he willed them
Yeah.
to victory, but I think it was just like, and I understand like where his head was at, kind of, where it's like you have that moment of like I want to watch this game, and then once you like can't, you're like I got to just go watch it. It's like he kind of just got tunnel vision of like the Celtics and not the bigger picture.
But like you said, it was literally right across the table from him. You guys were tuned in, so he fucked up.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That was
He
where I
big
was like, dude, I
timed
was
it.
like,
He wanted the full screen, all that. He got what he
I was like,
deserved.
you can take. He also could have just been like, "Give me your phone, dude." I would have been like, "Okay."
Yeah,
that's
right.
it.
Yeah, here you go. Fucking A.
Bill looked great. Do you guys happen to see Bill at all? Belichick?
No, I've met his son a few times, like down in Newport.
Yeah.
And obviously at some of the post parties. So we were with his son and his daughter for a while. Belichick like was in the back, like he wasn't really like in the mix with like,
Acknowledge
everyone.
people,
I'm sure
yeah.
he was more in the green room with like the players and stuff, but we saw, I mean, Randy Moss, Edelman, obviously Gronk, John Bon Jovi like came up to Dave like they were fucking old pals. Like I was sitting next to Dave and he's like, "Oh, John." He's like, "Oh, when you coming over for lunch?" I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That's fucking crazy.
It was awesome. It was just so like it was kind of like the Celtics thing where it's like you're in this situation where you're just kind of like in the mix with all these players that you love and they're like not, they're just chilling. Like they're just like shooting the shit. David Andrews I talked to for a while. Like it was just super, super, super cool.
I feel like everyone
And
was
the
there.
fucking
Yeah.
the ceremony was great. It's like they had every legend shout him out. All the highlight packages were good. Like it was long, but it was like long because like he's the greatest fucking quarterback of all time. So
Yeah.
it's like it's gonna take a while to go through all the shit.
Oh yeah, when they had Will Fork up there, I think they were like best nose tackle of all time. Got me going.
You cried?
I didn't
Randy
cry.
Moss.
Got the people going.
I cried when the Randy Moss was unexpected.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of said, "All right," and Randy Moss, and then everyone just fucking gave him a standing O. He started crying. I started crying. That was besides the shout out, that was the best moment of the night.
I feel like obviously Minnesota is where like he had his heyday of career. I mean the 23 touchdowns with the Patriots too, but I feel like no fan base has really like been like this is our guy, like publicly. That might have been one of the first times I bet.
Yeah, it sucks. I was he should have one.
He should. Oh no,
100%.
oh yeah. Even the
sucks.
Niners year, they should have won that game.
Yeah, that's true.
A couple PMT questions. So you guys have had a million guests on, a bunch of recurring. What do you think? Who's like one guy you keep in touch with the most? Who you guys have had on? I know you guys have had like Blake Griffin a million times. The Blake of the Year thing's pretty good too.
I talked to Homa a good amount.
Oh yeah.
Super random. I still don't know if this is him or not. It is, but like we haven't addressed it in any other social media platform. I don't really use TikTok. I don't think he really uses TikTok either, but he has an account and I think his team makes videos and stuff and they post them on there type thing. So he has I have like 20,000 followers. I think he has probably something similar. It's not as big as social media platform or one he uses.
Yeah.
He just started DMing me and tagging me in random videos like you would with your buddies, like memes or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a fake account. And I was like, wait, this is actually him. And then so I started doing it back. So we've never really addressed it. Like I think he just did it fucking around one day or was being funny. And then we've never really addressed it head on. But we'll communicate via TikTok DMs every now and then.
That's hysterical.
That's a random one. I don't text a lot of them day to day.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's not even really texting. That's just a occasional fucking meme that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Let me just fire this over to Max and he'll do the same shit where I'm just like, what?
It's noteworthy though. Yeah, for sure. What other podcast? Oh yeah, this was the one we thought. So marry, fuck, kill, PFT, Big Cat, Philly Mays. You touch that at all?
I can't do that.
Well, I went for it. That was good. Let's see. Best sporting event in the country. Like you've been to a million, like a bunch of different ones. Like the Final Four, you've been to the Super Bowl, right? Like which one could you say was the best one you've been to?
I like Super Bowl and Final Four and stuff. Like I like a home atmosphere. Like those are fun, but it's like super corporate and like it's not the energy. Like I've been in some SEC football games where it's like, just insane. Like I like that more than like a Final Four or a Super Bowl. Just because it's like a World Series, like I think a World Series is better than a Super Bowl or Final Four game. Just because like Final Four, you're in a stadium, in a football stadium watching basketball. You're so far away, no matter where you're sitting, and it's just so corporate. Super Bowl is obviously the Super Bowl. If your team's in it, it's the best. But it's also like 50-50 fans. Tickets are so expensive, so like the diehards kind of get like washed out of it. Like I would rather go to like a world. I mean, like I've been to a Red Sox World Series game, and like that, like. You can't beat that.
That's
like,
a good one.
Insane.
Yeah.
Same with like, Celtics finals, Bruins Stanley Cup. So I would just say like a home team's championship series.
It's home better. Yeah, for sure.
Bouncing off that, best vacation, because I know you're a vacation guy. I'm a big vacation guy too.
Yeah, I'm a huge vacation guy. The next one?
Great
answer.
Perfect.
Do you have any recommend? Are you a big You're a big San Diego guy. Do you like live out there partially? I'm trying to be a snowbirder kind of guy.
I wish. I mean, eventually, I would love to just move out there. My brother lives out there. He's lived out there for 10 years, so I'm always good for like 2 to 3 trips out there a year. And he just had a kid, so it's like even better excuse to be like, go say what up to my nephew.
San Diego's the best.
Yeah, right. Say hi off to the beach.
Every time I go there, I'm like, first of all, what do these people do for money? Because like, I'll go and I'll have the week, or like, I'll take a couple of days off, so I'll be like out and about on a Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm like, what the fuck are these people doing? Like everyone's out and about on a Tuesday and Wednesday. Like literally, like the beaches are packed, the bars are packed. It's like
I drove across. I drove across country there to like live. I didn't work a single minute. I lasted 3 months. It was strictly because I was like, no one works here. Everyone's having fun. They're at the beach.
Yeah.
Like, why am I going to work? And then I was like, well, I got to go home now.
Yeah. Figure it out.
I actually I can't sustain this. I don't know how they do it though, but I want to learn whatever the fuck they're doing.
The vibes are probably high for those 2 months though.
Oh, they were high. They were through the roof. Lived in Vegas for a couple of weeks too. I landed there.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was a disaster.
Tell me more. Wait until he comes out with the whole thing.
Yeah, Vegas. Yeah,
I think it'll be a book or at least an audio. Like,
yeah, I'd like to make a short film on it.
That'd be good. What's another one I got here? White Whale PMT. I think we asked that 3 years ago. Is there anyone that like?
I bet it was Brady, but I'm interested if that's
still. It's probably the same answer. Brady, Belichick.
Yeah. How could it not be?
I know. I feel like you guys have had everyone besides them. Like, is there?
Any headway on that?
Any headway?
Yeah, no, there is. There is. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
Like back then, there was no headway. Now there's conversations. There's interest from both parties. It's just a matter of finding a date and making it work. But it's way more realistic that it'll happen now than 3 years ago. Like I'm confident that within the next year, like I would be very disappointed if we didn't have both at some point or another.
Oof.
It's just scheduling and shit. But like we almost had Brady last year. Like we did. Like PFT was just out of the country and he was in New York and like wanted to come do the interview and we just couldn't. Like it was like a last minute thing and PFT was just not around, so we couldn't do it. And then the schedules haven't worked out since. But we're having talks.
Yeah, you getting there.
All right. Yeah. Good. Love to hear it.
Have you felt that Dave buying back Barstool? Would you say the pirate ship's stronger than ever since that move was made?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best. It feels like it did, when I started Milton days. Like, most of our company wasn't used to it. Like even churning, like there was, a third party that was kind of running the show, or not running the show, but like the overlord of everything, and the same thing happened with Penn, and it was even more like just checks and balances and shit. And now that it's just back to Dave, it feels exactly like it did back then, where it's a bigger company. But it's like, you know, Dave's running the company, Big Cat's like running a lot of the company, and it's like that's the same as it was back then too.
I know everything's the content's been as good as it's ever been. So like, yeah, I think it's back to where this is where it should have been the whole time, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think the Chicago move helped too, because it's like we built the office, just, you know, have that feel, and I think we did a good job.
Did you have fun at the beer games that you guys were struggling to get to so much?
I was coming off the Celtics parade. Well, we did the case race on Wednesday. Blackout drunk. Parade on Friday. Beyond blackout drunk. And then I got blackout drunk Saturday thinking about Friday. And so I'm like so ready to just go to Nashville and like chill, like hang out behind the scenes, like, you know, do whatever I need to do to help and just like not drink. And so when I got asked to do it, I was just like, oh, this is going to suck. I had a lot of fun once I got like 3 beers in me and smoked some weed with Waka Flocka. Like it was a good time with the boys. That's tight. But the 3 days after, when it all kind of set in, like I probably just recovered out.
Yeah, you must be having a hell of a come down from the past month that you've had.
And now it's the 4th of July, like coming
right
up.
So usually I go balls to the wall this week, and then I'm 2 weeks ahead of forecast. Like,
yeah, right.
That's a lot.
Yeah, especially doing all that and then going to Nashville.
Yeah,
that's not where you want to be when you're not gonna drink.
I wonder what dream you could pull off now. Like, what's next that can top meeting Brady and riding a duck boat? Like, any other things you got on the bucket list? Were those on the bucket list? I'm guessing.
I'm thinking about a hole-in-one. I'm playing some golf this week. I'm thinking I'm just gonna hole one. You know,
he's got one. My guy Nazz got one.
Yeah, does have
let's go.
Is that Strawberry Valley? I mean, that's fine with 150 out.
Don't undersell it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big day. It was a big day. But after you hit it, you just won another one. It probably happened like 4 years ago now, and my friends who are a lot better at golf than me, like some of them, like even like Flinny's really good. I don't think he has one, and.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. When I got it and I posted it, he was so fucking pissed. I think he was one of the first texts I got, and it was not good.
No, I'm gonna be with him. I'm gonna be with him this week. I would love to just do it in front of his face.
Oh, that would be awesome. I hope he's doing good.
I think
he's out there
feeling it. I don't golf much, but like it's got to be
it's got to be a good one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. We didn't really talk about the NBA Finals much. I'm not gonna we wanted it's over with. The Kyrie Irving, biggest villain. I think that's like in the dirt already. Who do you think's the biggest Boston sports villain we have right now? I think that's up for debate. I don't even know.
Ourselves.
Yeah, because it's you want to say Mahomes, but it's they're so much better.
Yeah.
LeBron is washed. Jimmy Butler,
maybe, yeah. Nothing with the Patriots, I think, really, just because it's not that time where we're gonna be oh yeah, we have to beat this team, and forget about baseball.
Kachuk, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Kachuk might be out there. Florida, that's actually up there. That's a good one. Yeah,
the guy that suckered Marchand.
Yeah,
Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett, that asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, basically just Florida. All Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
All Florida.
Yeah, so, good decision.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
What else do I got? I think that's all I got. You guys got anything?
Anything about Lights on Lang? Do you guys talk about him?
That's
just
good.
wondering
that's
if he still has.
Question.
I'm wondering if he still has some pull over there. Because last fight they made him fight a fucking guy who had 10 inches on him. I know he'll never say no to a fight, but that was fucking ridiculous.
Well, I love Bobby. As you guys know, I championed him behind the scenes. He needs some knockouts. That's the name of the game. I think that's probably why things haven't worked out the way you wish they did. But that's he'll be back.
I know he'll be back. We gotta get him back in this studio.
Yeah, he's gonna fight more. He's
trying to fight anytime he can fight and
Well,
I know he's kind of ranged out of Rough and Rowdy a little to other things, but the guy loves fighting.
He fought that guy in that.
I think it was on this. Wasn't it on this show when he was like? I saw the clip when he was talking about like fucking beating the shit out of some kids that like came into his apartment or something, or like he like had like a 3-on-1 and like fucked some kid up with a frying pan.
In college. Yeah, no, he's like that's when it started. That's when Lights Out Lang started. I'm like, wow, he's a beast.
Okay,
He's a beast. Well, no, that last fight he had in that other promotion, it wasn't even fair. I think it was over in like a minute.
No, I don't. I'm trying to. I want the trilogy to make it happen. That guy, they're 1-1 against each other. I think we're all waiting on that. I know Bobby is. I hope that fight happens. Unless that kid's like back in jail or something. Maybe. I don't know.
The kid, is it the big bald kid that wears the jean shorts?
He's like a little tough kid. He was in jail for a bit.
He's the one who beat.
He made Bobby bleed. He gave him the headbutt.
The first loss.
Bobby lost. Yeah. But then Bobby won the next fight.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hopefully.
The problem is with Rough and Rowdy when it's like two good fighters, when it's such short amount of time, they know how to hug and they kind of just like don't really like. It's almost better when they don't know each other 100%. And they just fucking throw haymakers.
Yeah, they get it going.
It was getting a little too professional for between Bobby and that kid.
There's just not enough time. Like, that's not a bad thing, and Bobby's a good, like, trained fighter, but when it's 3 1-minute rounds, like, there's no time for fucking hugging and, like, dancing around.
Yeah, like, feeling them out. Like, you just gotta
I miss COG days. Take me back to the convention center when he beat up Mike Live. That was a hell of a night.
I think his second fight, the dude I'm thinking of that was like 6'5" with jeans on that I saw fucking kill someone the fight before. I was like, Bobby's gonna die, and he fucked him up, and that's when I was like, this kid is different. Although I kind of already knew that going into it, but
same. If that was at the time in Miami, yeah, that was the day that I was like, I'll never say Bobby will ever lose a fight ever. Like,
no,
he had no business beating that guy.
Animal. Yeah, no, I saw that guy like kill someone in the previous fight. I was like, I can't believe Bobby's fighting this dude. He smoked him.
Love to see it.
Any aspirations for yourself getting back in the ring? You said you were in better shape.
No, fuck no.
I thought I'd ask. Yeah, get it going.
Yeah, no. I mean, it would have to be like, I'd have to be. If I'm fighting Rough and Rowdy, I am broke as a joke. Something terrible has happened in my life that has required me to need like an influx of cash as fast as possible.
Anyone at the office you want to see, like Rico? No. Rico get in the right? No, not you fight, but like, is there anyone?
I'd be in Rico's corner.
Is there anyone you want to see from the office fight, like Rico and Nadeau? I know that probably would never ever happen, but.
Well, I mean, Nadeau fought. It was the worst.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Nadeau and Jerry fought. It was like an abomination to the sport of boxing. I wanted to see Dana Beers and Pat fight, but like Dana Beers was too fat. No, I mean nothing off the top of my head.
No,
everyone. It's like I mean, it's like the guys. They got to be in shape. We have Mikey Betts fighting in the next one, but like I don't know how good a shape he's in.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
See what happens.
Yeah. I hope to get back in there one day. I got one more in me. I got to redeem myself.
Well, you've done 2. You're 1-1.
I'm 1-1.
Yeah.
This will be my rubber. Well, I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. I got to win the next one.
Bathing suit again? You gonna wear a bathing suit?
I'll rock a bathing suit.
Yeah, I love that.
Final question. Talent wise, what are you guys looking for? what kind of commotion would cause someone to get an instant hire?
That's really just that. That's the Dave Portnoy radar. Especially now that like we're not owned by like Penn and stuff. It's like there used to be like a growth plan and like we need to hire people in these categories so that we can look like good for this and that. And now it's just like we just try and make money with the shit we're doing, and then Dave just hires people that he likes on the internet for no fucking reason, and that's
so get the weird brain working.
Yeah,
get the weird brain working. Yep,
there's no rhyme or reason. Maybe be like a created video game character. Like maybe just have like one quick viral video, and then all of a sudden it'll be like hired.
Is Hawk 2 a girl coming on Part of My Take soon?
I just saw she did an interview with Bree. It has 500,000 views already.
That's a big first get.
I wish we got that shit.
Were you in the DMs as the? Do you book the guests? Do you book the guests still for PMT or no?
No. We have like a talent like team or like booker. Like we obviously like vet them or like we'll go back and forth about reaching out to people or like if we would have them on or not. But those days are past. Those days sucked.
I think she'll come on there at some point.
We'll
Why
see.
not?
We'll see how long it lasts. I gotta know the Hawk.
She was saying on the brief, she said she's gonna keep
by the time
going.
we get back from fucking break, that shit might be over.
Yeah, might be another girl saying something else. Like
you never know.
That there will be.
Yeah, for sure. Hank, part of my take. Scituate, Mass. Great to see you again. Great to hear from you, and best of luck going forward, man. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely, thank you.
Appreciate
Keep living the dream.
Damn right.
Have a good one.
And welcome back to Steele Nazz, presented by Hedge Better, episode 166. That was Hank Lockwood of Scituate, Mass. Part of my take, producer. Another good go. Good to get the sides of him at the Celtics parade. Didn't answer my marry, fuck, kill question,
Hey,
but
what a run!
what a run!
What a fucking run!
He's on a heater.
Yeah,
Peter.
Christ.
Absolute heater. I like
All-time month. All-time.
legit.
I won't say the other guy from Scituate, but this might be a bigger heater than that guy.
Yeah.
Tibbetts goes on heaters all the time. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no, shouldn't have mentioned him.
Yeah, whatever.
Shout out Handsome Hank. though.
Yeah, shout out Handsome Hank.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Great stuff. I think I gave shout out to my buddy
Legend.
Flinny. We were talking about the hole in one, and but yeah, big stuff on the back end here with the Boston Bruins, the Boston Celtics. We'll start with the champions of the world, Banner 18.
That's fair.
We had
Makes
a recap
sense.
of a couple weeks ago of them winning the championship. Titletown's back after 6 years or whatever the last time the Patriots won. I'm not going to do that math. But they continued their ways today by getting better, which was sticking to their guys. They got Derek White back for 4 years, I think $126 million, and then they just maxed out Jason Tatum 5 years, 300 and something crazy. 314,
like 15, yeah.
14. So that's around like 61 a season, which is nuts. But it's great. It's
Most
it's
expensive
worth
in
all the
history.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tatum is making 314, and I think Brown is making like 201. After like everything, it's like $600 million.
After taxes.
Well, no, before, but $600 million between the two of them.
Yeah, I think
For 5 years.
I think like the starting five's like $1 billion.
Yeah,
Like it's
and it's
something
rightfully
crazy.
deserved. It's rightfully deserved. You win a championship, you deserve all that. I don't care. I obviously want them to win as many as they can, but if they don't win another one, like those contracts were worth it. I think they're worth it.
Oh yeah, they're locked in, and I mean they stand as good of a chance of running it back as I mean obviously it's a long way to get there,
Yep,
but they stand as good of a chance as anyone. And they should be the betting favorite.
Vague betting favorite. They're 3-1. The next team is 9-1, which that is a huge gap.
Who's the next team? Do you know?
Denver and then Philly. Philly got bet. Whether you like him or not, I don't even think he's been to conference finals. Maybe one with Indiana. I'm trying to remember. But Paul George went to Philly, and Philly definitely got better. The Celtics,
A loser player, loser franchise.
Better, but like yeah. It's just that
Celtics in
that
5.
little bit of hope that they needed that's gonna hurt even worse when it goes down wrong.
Like Celtics instead of 4, Celtics in 5.
like how much better?
That's how
Still
much
4.
yeah, possibly still 4.
How much better can the Celtics get than last? Like if basically just Porzingis stays healthy, they'll be better. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Then that's still a big if.
As long as everyone plays, as they did this year.
Drew Holiday played like the veteran he is in the playoffs, was great,
I
sensational.
got to imagine they're gonna have like way more swagger next year.
Yeah, Sam Hauser, they picked up his 2.1 option, which is a steal, and they're working on an extension with him. I could see like 3 years, maybe like $30 million.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
mean, NBA contracts are ridiculous. You're talking about an eighth role player who ended up coming up big defensively in the championship.
Hauser?
But, Hauser.
Yeah, I want him.
But
stay.
like I don't know, a $10 million guy as your eighth guy, like that's crazy. That's crazy for like any sport, but basketball just pays people out. It's fully deserved.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh yeah, basketball is crazy.
Is there anyone we are losing?
Luke Cornett just signed. Peyton Pritchard's staying with us. Could see Xavier Tillman go, which is like a replaceable guy. I'm thinking they'll pick up 1 or 2 more guys and then go from there. I don't think you want too many guys in this rotation. I think a solid 8. Like when you're getting to the playoffs, it's like 8 is I think max.
Yeah,
Especially if everyone's healthy.
Yeah.
And then Wick Grossbeck came out today saying they're going to sell the majority stake of the team, the Celtics. So their ownership is selling, but don't get too like. They're still going to be, with the team. Let's just put it this way: they bought the team in 2002 when they were worth $320 million. You know how much the Celtics?
He's selling out.
You know how much
he's selling out.
You know how much the
I don't
Celtics are
fucking
worth?
like it.
You know how much the Celtics are worth now?
I don't give a fuck.
$4.5 billion.
Yeah, you got to sell at some point.
$4.5 billion.
Yeah, you got to sell it high.
Selling the stocks high.
Yeah,
right,
sell it high. Businessman.
Who am I kidding?
I was going to say, what do you? Yeah,
it's Crypto 101. We're all sellouts.
Mark Cuban did it with Dallas like a year or two ago. Like he's gonna have still somewhat of the team be a part of it. And honestly, if you're not even looking at the numbers, if he's just sitting courtside every other game, are you really even gonna notice that he's like not the majority owner of the Celtics anymore?
No, I honestly didn't know who
he's
he was.
He's just gonna make his money.
He's won this.
You'd be able. I think you would recognize him if you saw him like
before they just won. No.
Oh, no, you don't think so?
I didn't know who Wick, whatever his name is.
He was big when they won it back in 08. But you're right. That
was so long ago.
Every time they win a championship, you're right. That you see him.
My memory is very short term. I was hammered. I was fucking drunk in 08.
But now you're back.
I don't remember fucking the ownership. But when he stood up there and he's the first guy like holding the trophy when they win it, I'm like, I know he's the owner now, but like I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I would have had no clue who owned the Boston Celtics.
You're just looking for a Magners and a hot dog.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, he is out there.
I'm looking, get the trophy to the guys. I hate how the owners have to hold it sometimes.
Yeah, like he is
I don't know
courtside. Yeah.
No,
that's Robert Kraft is like,
those
who
guys,
he is.
exactly. And John Henry, I know.
No, like if the Red Sox win and he has to be the first one to touch it, I will be so mad about that. They're not going to win it, so it's not even worried about.
Has he never touched the previous one?
No, he has, but like he hasn't been this big of a dickhead in the last couple years.
Now you'll have an issue.
He's always been a dickhead, but not this level of dickheadness.
So they'll still be involved, but they're selling the majority of the team to someone. Like any inklings on who it is?
Well, what I've been seeing all day is that owners are typically younger nowadays, and Wick Grossbeck probably around his 60s now, so he's trying. I mean, obviously he's selling to make money. That's what anyone does, is sell high when they sell high. But I'm thinking it's gonna be an owner who's younger, probably in his like 40s or something like that.
He goes off and retires and just watches basketball.
Yeah, which is
it would have been. I know Portnoy was tweeting about it. He doesn't have the money, but that would have been pretty sick.
Oh yeah, no, you're looking at someone with some fucking bags.
yeah, and I mean especially because I mean they're worth that much, and you're owning a great team.
What if
like you don't have to build a fucking franchise? Like,
what if Elon Musk bought the Celtics?
I wouldn't count on that.
No. Don't even. If Mark Zuckerberg bought it, forget about it.
Harvard guy.
Yeah. He doesn't know.
I'm thinking maybe like Roaring Kitty of GameStop fame. He's got a ton of money these days. He's a Brockton guy.
Business,
I think that would be awesome.
Business guy out there.
That hit me a little bit earlier. Like GameStop's he's the fourth biggest shareholder of the company.
Because you never know.
That's big.
That is big. That's big for team morale.
I hope, honestly, it would not shock me if Roaring Kitty buys this team. I'm not even kidding. He's got that kind of money now.
One other NBA free agency thing I will mention and touch. Klay Thompson left the Warriors today after 12 seasons.
Retire?
No, he's going to the Dallas Mavericks, playing with Luka and Kyrie. Klay Thompson, my Hall of Fame player, one of the greatest shooters of all time. He's washed. He's all done.
Yeah,
he's got no chance.
I don't know if that even helps the
Mavericks won't even be back to the finals, guaranteed. Or your money back.
He's definitely washed, but you can still, if he's in a position where the team, like he literally just needs to shoot, like he could still be valuable.
He's like a Kyle Korver type.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Like his days of like leading and like Splash Brothers are done.
And to your point, he doesn't have to, so maybe it's a better situation for him. But then you look at the Warriors, and like he could have probably played that role in that team. They had enough guys, but we'll see.
Did they though?
I mean, they Steph Curry.
Kyrie's better.
Steph Curry. All time, definitely not. All time,
now,
definitely
though.
not.
Currently?
Yeah, just like not.
Currently? I don't even think so now.
No,
Steph's better.
Yeah.
But Luka's better than anyone else.
At this point in time.
Jason Tatum.
Absolutely. Yeah, yes. Jason Tatum.
No,
Jason
I didn't mean that. I meant on the Warriors. Are they good anymore? I have no clue. I haven't heard their names, so I don't know.
They had a tough season this year. They've been battling a lot of injuries, but so is every team. I can't stand that. Like we literally had our center out like half the year, and we just made work of everyone. It didn't even matter.
Yep.
Yeah, but that tune could change if, knock on wood, this doesn't happen. But if like one of the Jays went down, for a prolonged amount of time.
No, that's like Giannis going going significantly.
That's way different. That's way different. Yeah.
That ended their season.
So, it does count for something when teams are battling injuries. It depends on who it is.
Yeah,
we were built different.
Like Embiid, there's no excuse there because you need to be ready to play without him.
Yeah,
he gets injured too much. Like you have to have a backup plan for that.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah, like you.
They should right now. Like already plan for next season. He's probably going to be hurt for a portion of it.
Exactly. Yeah, like
they probably won't even make the playoffs. Those like fucking pathetic losers over there. Like they will, but
like I'll tell you one thing. Not worried about them.
Not worried.
No.
You sure, Nazz?
Not worried at all. No, I think the Celtics. This might like. Since the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, this might be the not easiest, but like to win back-to-back, probably the toughest thing to do in sports, never mind 3 in a row. But like this should be the easiest back-to-back that you've seen in a long time.
It could be.
It's not easy, but like I'm saying, in terms of back-to-backs.
We'll see.
I mean, the Warriors just kind of had to like beat LeBron James, like literally laser focused on beat LeBron
too.
James.
They had their day. I mean, that's the team. That's the best team of our generation, probably the Warriors. And from those 5 years there, went 4 out of 5.
And then they got Kevin Durant, which was so fucked up.
Yeah, which was. I mean, that put the nail in the coffin on anyone else having a chance. But good Celtics talk today. I think liking the NBA a little bit better now that we're on top.
It all changes when you're in the champs.
I do think it's like what Hank said. I think part of my take kind of helped a lot of people with Joe Mazzulla, and he was saying like people would reach out to him more and stuff like that. Because like Joe Mazzulla, prior to that, like
I didn't have a read on him.
I don't know if I walk up to that guy and be like, "Hey, coach," like what I mean. Like I don't think I'd, and I wouldn't. I'm not like one of those people that like bothers like like I wouldn't. But I'd give like, "Sup, coach," and like keep walking. Or
he was at the Foul House 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but like I don't even like prior to like this run. I don't even know if I would have.
Oh no, he kind of like during the press conferences, he kind of gave his Belichick spiel. Like he was pretty clean cut. What did he say about like Lord and I forget what it was with Prince Harry being in the stands, and he was just like, "Oh, my Lord is Lord and Jesus Christ." They like said that he was Lord or something like that. And long story short, he like compared. He's like, "No, Jesus is my guy."
I don't think you'd see like Belichick at a parade, like hopping on top of the duck boats and hopping out of the duck boats. Like this he's animated.
I don't know. Last time Belichick won, he got on the mic and screamed "No days off" for at least 3 minutes. So like that's his version of doing it.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair.
Mazzulla has now become a legend here. Which I didn't see that really coming for him. I don't know about you guys.
I think the whole
I did not see him turn into like a main character on this.
I think like throughout the entire team, he's the one that pulled the biggest 180 out of them all. Because last year you were like, oh, like Ime Udoka left, they're gonna have problems, and then he didn't really coach the best. And like that's all a bunch of garbage too. Of like a team losing the NBA playoffs, a lot of blame's gonna go on the coach. But I thought, even though they had a great roster and everything, I think he handled everything really well. And players coach, man, those guys win.
Oh yeah, I mean that situation was crazy.
Yeah,
and to have high expectations of a first time head coach in that situation. I mean, the team's great, obviously. Like, they still had to be, like, good, but I think he's done a great job.
Yeah, we did toss a lot on him.
Think about down the line.
Championship or bust, coach. Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Think about, like, down the line Boston sports, like scandals, kind of. Like, that Ime Udoka thing is right up there with, like, it's under it. But right next to the Hernandez, like, thing. I'm just saying in terms of like, holy shit, this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And you knew, because I mean, he was about as unfireable as fucking
and then
any head coach, and then it was just like he's fired, and it was like what the fuck happened?
Was he coach of the year? He was great that year.
I think so. I think he was.
Then he was gone. Now he's in Houston. But you know what?
Definitely hitting strip clubs.
Yeah, definitely hitting strip clubs.
Either that or sex addicts anonymous, maybe. I don't know.
Something.
One or the other.
Something.
He either fixed it or he went further down the tubes in Houston.
That's fair.
That's typically how it goes.
Bruins made a couple moves today.
That they did.
Elias Lindholm.
We have a first line center.
Finally, a first line center. Had 15 goals last year. Had a 45 goal season 2 years ago. Good to see you pick up Vancouver guy. And then who else goes the other way? This wasn't a trade. It was just both signings. Jacob DeBrusk signs a 7-year deal with the Vancouver Canucks. So do we like him leaving? I think it was time. I think it was time,
and I would have been fucking pissed if we gave Jake DeBrusk that contract. So good for him.
7 years.
Get his money. Yeah,
I mean, it's not the money that, like, 5.5, I think, like, if the Bruins came and got him like 3-4 years, 5.5, I think I'd been fine. But 7 years?
Yeah, no.
7 years, dude. Who knows what player he'll be by then?
Yeah.
And then this other guy who they ironically, I think he played for Vancouver too, Nikita Zadorov.
Yes.
I've heard good things about him.
Big guy.
Big guy, 6'6".
And he's already come out and said, "Don't call me Big Z."
Yeah.
Because that was like his nickname, and he was like, "I'm not Chara."
And he's not going to blow up his spot. Shout out to our boy Vinny Descharnay. He tough L in the Stanley Cup, but also he's 6'6" as well. I think he might even be 6'8".
Yeah. I think it is a good pickup. It shows they're trying to do things, mixing it up, because you need something to get over the hill.
Yeah, missed out on the Stamkos sweepstakes, missed out on the Patty Kane sweepstakes. Patty Kane staying with the Red Wings, and then Stamkos is going to Nashville.
Nashville, yes. So that's a good one. That's a win for the Bruins.
Great
Stamkos
destination.
out of the fucking
out of the league
division.
Yeah, division. You know what I'm saying?
Now we just need, and like the Florida Panthers, I think they're like entire teams almost unrestricted free agents. So
they just signed back Reinhart,
which sucks. He was the one I wanted.
I could see Montar signed with another team today, and then I think Sam Bennett's still out there. But on the Bruins side, they traded Ullmark to the Ottawa Senators, got back a first-round pick, a backup goalie. It didn't seem like they got everything they wanted for it, but I think it's in part to Ullmark waiving his no-trade clause to half the teams in the NHL. If you're telling me that's the best deal you could have got for that guy, that's a tough pill to swallow.
No, yeah, that trade sucks.
Yeah, and they had that guy, Brandon Bussey, who's probably going to be the backup for the Bruins anyway. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to probably waive that goalie they got from Ottawa.
And that guy was horrifically bad last year.
Yeah, and now I think all their focus, don't get me wrong, I hope they pad the third and fourth line a little bit more. They get another guy on defense, maybe even a couple secondary goal scorers. But what they should be looking at is getting Jeremy Swayman paid.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
you got rid of a goalie, you got to sign him long term. I don't care. It should be 8/8. Anything under that, I don't think it's fair. Yeah, I think that's what he should be. He's 25 years old. That keeps him here until he's 33 years old. He's up for the is it the Selk? What's the
Vezina?
Vezina, sorry. He's up for the Vezina. I think he was favored to win it. Well, I saw on the odds. I don't know when the NHL awards are, but
I think it happened already.
Oh, so did he not get it? No, I don't know. Either way, he was up for it. He was a finalist. So he had a tremendous year. Played great in the playoffs. So that's the next page for the Bruins there.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some holes, but they're trying. You got to center. Our year approaching.
Do you watch UFC 3? What was it? 302?
Yes.
Did you watch that at all?
I caught bits and pieces.
Okay,
I did not sit down and watch.
I caught.
Did it like a bunch of fights? More fights drop out. That card looked terrible, honestly. Minus that main event.
Yeah, the main event.
Am I wrong?
It didn't go as planned, but the main event was good. Alex Pereira knocked him out in the beginning of the second round, I believe 13 seconds in. He put him on the canvas at the end of the first round, and I think he came around with a kick to the head.
Yes.
And it was just over from there. Pereira is a scary guy. He literally wants to eat people's hearts when he gets in there.
Probably the scariest guy on the planet right now.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of.
Who's he getting next? Or is he a champ?
He's a champ. Yeah, he's okay. And then my boy MVP Michael Venom Page should have won, beat Ann Gary, but That went to the decision table.
That
Gave it to
guy Ian
undefeated Gary.
Gary sucks.
Yeah, he gets cucked, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. That was a close one. It was a good fight.
Speaking of, I watched. I watched the Challengers with Zendaya the other day. You would have liked it. There's a throuple in there. There's some cucking going on.
Cocking?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm 100%.
You know what cucking is?
I know what cucking is. We all watch porn, right?
I don't watch cucking porn.
No. I'm not saying you know what, that's a bad spot to put myself in. Look what I did there.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes.
But now we might have to watch the challenges and see if you're right.
Yep. I think I'm right. What are you gonna get on the 5?
Good movie though?
Yeah, good for what it was. Yeah.
Where is it on?
Amazon Prime.
Okay. Good.
Yep.
Anything I don't gotta pay for them down.
Yep. So now we're gonna spin across our 5 questions presented by Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, located at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Massachusetts. Craig Kelly, get out there, great guy. If you're trying to get a slight edge on the competition, maybe come fall season for your high school, fall season for college, or you just, trying to get better in the plate, slow pitch softball. You got a flag football, league coming up. You play rec league basketball. Maybe get in there. Maybe work out a little rough and rowdy fight.
Yeah.
I think consultation's free. I think he'll, see what you're working with and then go from there. But big shout out to Craig Kelly, man, at Slight Edge Fitness and Performance. First question: worst food to get at a concession stand? Like, what's the worst food? I mean, I think it's like pretty easy. Like, you just, Cracker Jacks or like pretzels, like classic, yeah. But like, are those like the worst? Like, probably. Like, if you're just trying to get like a full like nachos would be good. Pretzel, like,
I think nachos.
Nachos can be really bad.
Yeah, I don't love nachos at all.
Okay.
Not like full blown nachos, or like just like the
the
dip
little
in the cheese sauce. You can get away with that.
Yeah, you got
full blown nachos is a mess.
Yeah, it's
a lot going on there.
Like, I don't want to eat that in my
Some
seat.
places have very shitty pizza. As much as pizza's great,
but like,
you can get some ugly concession pizza.
If you're like, I'm hungry, I'm going to the concession stand, and you come back with a pretzel, like that doesn't do it for
pretzel.
Me. Doesn't
I like
do it
the
for
pretzel.
Me. Doesn't do it. No, it's a good little snack. But if you're hungry, like, go get some pizza. Go get something good.
Hot dogs also
chicken fingers.
Do they sell spaghetti at concessions? Because that would be terrible.
That would be awful.
That wouldn't shock me if you could get that someplace.
I assume there's probably like a fucking.
You're telling me they don't sell pasta at Bruins games? I mean,
that'd be great marketing. Maybe you should work marketing for them.
I'm gonna find spaghetti at a Bruins.
I mean, it could be there somewhere. I have never looked at that or have thought.
Yeah, you'd be like, why is that there? And keep moving.
Yeah, I don't think
I've
looked.
Just glance right over because you're like, I'm not gonna eat spaghetti. And
I think my pop's got like a burrito bowl at like a.
That's a
Bruins game.
That's a terrible.
That was a terrible move.
That's a terrible concession.
Not even just a terrible concession. That's just a bad move. Like that's bad.
Like, I don't think you should ever go to a game hungry enough to be like, I'm eating like a dinner thing here.
Yeah, no,
like that's why I think a pretzel's a fine concession.
Yeah, I think
you want to get something that's quick and easy.
Yeah, like I don't even think I've looked at the garden. Like, I've just been like Bud Light, chicken tenders, and fries. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. I don't even think I've like looked at it.
I think pizza slice or chicken tenders and fries.
And that burrito bowl probably costs $40.
Yeah, no, it's probably like on their high quality menu.
Definitely, 100% it is.
So consensus, I think, was nachos. I mean, pretzels on my part, but nachos.
Like, I think a lobster roll. Some fuckers are probably getting lobster rolls.
Yeah, that's getting that there.
Anything
that's
too high priced. Anything that you're overpaying for because you plan to eat a meal at a fucking game. Next
time you go to Gillette, they have some pretty crazy like things that you think they would like a concession stand would never sell. Like things that are too fancy. I don't really like. If they had like a specific version of like a chicken, like it wasn't just like a fried chicken sandwich, it had like a weird name to it. Like next time you go to Gillette, check that out. They have some weird shit there too.
Okay,
keep it simple. Popcorn, hot dogs. You can't go wrong.
I'm glad no one. I would die on that flag with you, Magic. If someone said popcorn was the worst concession you get, I would have none of that. I would have absolutely none of that.
No,
it's a great snack.
I want some right now. I might go to the movie theater and get some.
Yeah.
Two.
Watch the Challengers.
Will the Patriots have over 4.5 wins?
No, didn't we do this last episode?
I think we talked about like the expectation, but over under on 4.5 wins. Maybe we did, but I don't think it's even close. I think they're gonna win like 3.
That's pretty close to 4.5. It's got to be close.
My
If
math's
it's
off.
4.5 is so low.
My math's off.
Yeah, all right. Fuck y'all. They win in 5.
Who starts more games this season? This is a counter with a question of maybe who starts more games, Jacoby Brissett or Drake May?
Drake May.
Drake May.
Agreed.
That would be more exciting. Like I would have a reason. I'm gonna watch regardless whether they suck or not.
Oh, we know that.
But you know that? Why do you know? How do you know that?
Because we know.
Yeah.
You're
I suck
geared up.
I suck them off.
You suck them off, all right.
I burnt a Mac Jones jersey.
I don't give a shit, as you should.
Did you?
Why you acting? Yeah, did you honestly?
No,
Check the footage.
I'm just
And
proving my
second,
point. I did.
As you should. Guy fucking sucks.
No,
And you
I
should
agree.
burn Drake May's jersey when he fucking sucks too.
All right, we'll get there.
We'll get
my
there.
only regret is that I could have just taken off the Jones and put a May. Like I could have saved like $100.
I guess.
But you know what? It's fine.
That's like cursed.
Yeah.
That's
No, you
cheap. That's a
buried it.
cheapskate
Yeah.
move.
You-
That's
yeah,
a,
you
that's
can't-
not a title town move.
it's a big time cheapskate move.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
denying
can't be
that
the
at all.
loser
Yeah.
with the fucking duct tape on the back of it. They can't be that guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
Yeah, were you gonna get it restitched? Because
Yeah,
that would
dude.
that would
No,
cost
yeah,
as
dude.
much as a real jersey.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking commitment. That'd be a commitment level. I'd save like $5.
You might lose.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
It's
think
funny
you
how
lose.
that-
Yeah.
All right, we talked
Because then
about,
you got to rip the number too.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
we talked about this question a little bit before we got on. Would you rather smoke a cigarette indoors, IDBs, or an outdoor cigarette?
What's IBD mean?
Indoor butts.
Oh, what's the D?
Door.
IBD.
Door. IDB.
Indoor butts. Okay.
Yep. Indoor or outdoor cigarettes? What do you rather?
Easily indoor.
Indoor?
I think I'm an outdoor guy.
I think I'm an outdoor guy. I think it's better, a nice night you're out there. Not to mention, if you smoke it in your own house, your house is going to smell like cigarettes forever. You smoke it in your own car, it's going to smell like cigarettes
My
forever.
room reeks.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
rooting for
reeks,
it.
yeah.
That shows like I know I could walk down the stairs and go smoke outside, but why?
Yeah.
Why would I?
I think
I should be able to smoke on a fucking plane, in a restaurant, and right here. I wish I was on butt number 5 right now. I'm pissed. Like
I mean, who's saying you can't do it right here?
probably Justin.
Yeah, so
He might be mad.
Producer,
You're
yeah.
being a decent guy, so good for
I'm
you.
being a
Good for you.
decent guy. Do I want to light one up right now to prove how nice it is? Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
But I'll be a decent guy.
yeah, that's good.
But like I know you said a butt outside the Irish is nice. You know damn well an Irish pub indoor cigarette
Yeah,
would hit
but-
like a motherfucker. You know it would.
I think we've been there.
Yeah, might have
I
happened.
think we might have happened.
You've smoked inside the pub after hours?
Well, let's not declare the air here. But,
Yeah. Well, what's the matter? We're not talking about the Taj Mahal here.
yeah, you're right. We're talking about
something way better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 4: will the Bruins make the playoffs next year? The last time they didn't make the playoffs was 2006.
Yes.
I think they're definitely going to make the playoffs. They're going to bring in new guys. Really like the coach, Montgomery. Hopefully they get Swayman under the contract. Definitely will be a different type of year. I mean, going into the year, they made they broke the record. We thought they weren't even going to show up, and they did. So hockey's a weird game where all you need is momentum and guys who have been there and done that. And last time I checked, they still got Pasternak and Brad Marchand leading the way. So we'll see what happens.
Yep, they'll be back.
Do you kind of want Marchand gone?
No.
Absolutely not. No, that's the thing.
He's still good. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing with hockey. Like, I would like those guys to stay till they're done. Like basketball, I get it. You go make money somewhere else. But like hockey, especially like a guy like that, they'll give them like what they shouldn't deserve because like I don't know, hockey's just like a great.
I'm just making sure
Yeah.
he's still good because I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, he can still play.
I thought he was past like his peak.
Yeah, I mean
prime.
that's what they basically did with Chara. They were like, dude, like if you're coming back, like sign a 1-year contract. with
Yeah.
us. Like,
No, he'll
fucking,
still be in the
like,
20s of goals. That's like all we're looking for.
Okay, as long as he's fulfilling
Plays his heart out. I mean, if you want to compare it to another guy, like he does Pedroia, he plays all out. You know,
all right,
win or lose.
he can stay.
Best part about the 4th of July, just over the years.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
hot dogs suck, dude.
Mine it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, hot take.
awful.
Hot take. Hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Suck.
Hot take.
Glizzy's on the. Oh, you don't golf. Glizzy's on the golf course, man.
Golf sucks too.
Just bad takes. Just bad takes.
Correct takes.
Fireworks are great.
You know what, though?
Fireworks are
America the Beautiful, the passion tree.
Back on hot dogs, like, you could make a shitty hot dog, but if your bun is fucking crisp, no one's going to give a shit. No one's going to care. No one's
Why
going
know
to
what
care.
I care about? Joey Chestnut not fucking eating hot dogs this
Yeah.
4th of July. I'm telling you, this is the end of America as we
It
know
was
it.
kind of on him, though. It's kind of on him.
I don't give a fuck.
I know you should.
I do not give a fuck.
Yep.
Like, not letting him eat hot dogs on the 4th that's a terrorist attack.
Well, isn't
That
he
is a
doing something
terrorist
else?
move.
Yeah, that's a Labor Day weekend. He's taking on Kobayashi on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Disgusting.
It's
Like,
a Labor Day weekend? That's
Yeah.
gross.
I don't
thought
really
it was
care
like-
what he does. Like, he can do no wrong. It's all on everyone else who's not letting him participate. And the Kobayashi thing is whatever. That has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Him not eating hot dogs on the 4th is un-American, and we're fucked as a
The
country.
only reason to watch now is for the promoter. The promoter is it's him and Joey Chestnut.
yeah,
I don't
he's
think I'll be watching.
I would say like boycott it, but I can't not watch that guy on July 4th.
You
That guy
eat hot
gets
dogs, though.
that guy gets me fucking going though.
I can- yeah.
That guy is
and
fucking.
like the hot take, the half glass full take would be like, all right, now there's like an equal level playing field. So now you're gonna get someone who had no business winning.
Don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't really
Give me
care.
Joey Chestnut.
I was gonna say, don't
absolutely
really-
killing
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, that's
And being a chick, wasn't last year like a 3-hour rain delay? And he was like, "We got to eat
yeah.
these
They were,
dogs."
they were gonna cancel
Like,
it, and he said, "Fuck that."
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, yeah. They
Like, how are you gonna not let that guy
They
eat
tried
hot
to-
dogs this year?
Even last year, they were trying to get him off the stage so bad.
yeah.
So, we're not eating hot dogs in the rain. What's the fucking?
There's
field,
obviously been
the
a
field
long
conditions.
There's a beef with Nathan's
Yeah,
and Joey.
yeah, big
And
hot dog.
It's finally
Ooh,
hit,
big
it's
hot
hit the
dog.
tilt.
Pun intended.
It's hit the wall.
That beef.
I love everything he does. I don't love that he's involved with vegan hot dogs. But whatever. He can do no wrong, and he's probably making a ton of money. I know he's making a ton
No,
of money.
for him to like give up like the Nathan's hot dog thing, like he must have got so much money for that. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's like
Maybe
where
you'll
he
be
makes
there.
it.
I'm not
vegan,
sold
right?
that.
It was vegan.
Yeah,
Like that's,
vegan.
yeah.
I'm not sold that he doesn't come out of the woodwork and like fucking get in there. Maybe
Well, when-
come in disguise. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. When they like banned Kobayashi, he like did that, didn't he?
They
He-
banned Kobayashi
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
like
he
back in the day.
steroids.
nah, he like tried fighting. He like did something crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he tried, like, he did show up.
yeah.
like
and
after
like,
that.
But Kobayashi, you ban him, it's whatever.
I feel like if Joey Chestnut just started,
He's not American. Is
if he
what I
just
mean.
started a
Yeah.
movement of like, you know, like what Live Golf did to like the PGA. Like Joey Chestnut is hot dog eating. If he just said, "Nah, this competition's actually going to be over here, like near my house, and I'm going to invite the best," they would all go with them.
Invite nobody.
Yeah, that's
Literally, fucking. I wouldn't shock me if he does that on the 4th.
Yeah, just a
He
video
just
of him.
eats 80 hot dogs himself in his kitchen, in his backyard. I would
Like,
I might bet money on that.
Yeah, he does like a live stream, like exactly like with them.
If there's-
like,
if
It's
timed it.
genius.
If there's not
He
like
should.
nothing that like, I don't know, if something in an NDA or like a contract, if that does, he should do it. You're right.
I wonder if vegan hot dogs go down easier. Because I was going to say, really give them a fuck you and eat your brand. eat your brand. Eat 80 of those vegan dogs.
Bet you they suck.
Gotta be
I
terrible.
want to give a quick shout out to our second sponsor, the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Just finished the nice season of the Quincy Special Needs baseball program. Big shout out to that. I think he raised some money there. Good to get out there. Some nice weather. Pat Foley just always killing it. I had his street down. I had it almost memorized. I think it's on Granite Ave, but
Yes.
we'll get there someday. Speaking of the law offices, any thoughts on the Karen retrial? Or we're not going there.
I haven't been paying it. I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
documentary on it.
Yeah. Documentary. Maybe there's a movie.
If you weren't tuned in, you just don't know what's going on. You
Yeah.
can't catch up now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll leave it there. Episode 166 in the books. Big shout out to Hank Lockwood, Pardon My Take producer, Scituate, Mass's own, Barstool Sports, coming on the show once again. It's been 3 years. We did mention our first ever episode with Hedge Better in that basement was with Hank.
2 trillion degrees.
If I want to think it right, I think it was the 31st episode, and so that was 100 and what's that math? 135 episodes ago.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Come a long way.
That is crazy.
Are we going to hammer down some new guests?
Damn right
Is that
we
the
are.
plan?
We're
Buckle
gonna
up.
keep it going. Yeah, get
Will
ready.
we get Showtime and On back?
Nope.
We'd have to get
Should
Bob
we call
Memory in here.
Should we call Showtime real
We'll
quick?
call Showtime. We'll
Who do you think? Yeah, give him a call. We should all call him.
yeah.
End the show on him.
And the show
If he
on
doesn't
him,
pick up,
Well,
honestly, maybe fired.
I would never fire Showtime. He's my guy. Anton though. Hey, Showtime. Can we get him? See if we can get him. You should have called him because he thinks like him. Oh, there he is.
Nazz.
Showtime. we're at the end of the podcast. We're just wondering where you are, man. We're live.
I am actually at Monday Night Raw right now. First time, not my last time. That's all I got to tell you.
How are the concessions?
The concessions are great. The chicken bucket, the 10-piece chicken nugget bucket is $30. Kind of outrageous. $3 a chicken tender. I got to tell you though, there's a guy named Yeet. He's The Rock's cousin. He's the real deal. I take a fucking bullet for this guy. Look him up. If you don't know him, you know him now. He's gonna be a household name in the next fucking year.
Look for
WWE is coming to Netflix. You heard it here first. The old time Raw is back in action, baby. We're getting violent.
Okay.
do you work for the WWE now? I'm just wondering.
No, but I should.
You should. I heard Zappy's in the stands there. Go look for Zappy.
See,
Yep.
It is kind of a grilled cheese convention, but I'm on.
I love that for you. Anything else you want to get across before I'm gonna let you go?
No, just God is great all the time. That's all I'll leave you with.
Love you, Craig. Have a great night.
Love you too, guys.
Love you, Showtime.
Great ending. We'll end on that.
Phenomenal. He's not gone.
166,
He ain't
the
gone.
Bucks.
I didn't know what he was gonna say, but Monday Night Raw was a way better fucking
Way
answer.
better. Way
It
fucking
sounded pretty quiet in there. Where the hell is he? In the
That
bathroom?
was unbelievable.
Heads to 1,000 after
Yeah,
that. Heads to
maybe even
1,000.
a million.
Heads
Maybe
to
even a million.
1,000. We're on the up and up.
We'll end on that.
The new year is almost here, and if you're looking to shed off some holiday pounds before beach season, well, look no further and head on down to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, located at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Massachusetts. Owned and operated by our guy, Quincy legend, Craig Kelly. You will be assured that you are getting the best training around. They believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training and have been leading the charge at their state-of-the-art fitness facility since 2020. Their staff is actively enriching the lives of members and creating a community of like-minded people who love being healthy and strong. They are helping you to get in shape and teaching you how to maintain your health and fitness. Group fitness classes as well as one-on-one personal training sessions are available. Make sure to visit slightedgefit.com and also follow them on Instagram at slightedgefitness and set up a consultation today. If you're looking to get back in shape or trying to get a slight edge on the competition, this gym is for you. Check out Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, located at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Massachusetts, and tell them the boys from Steele Nazz sent you.